Hello everyone and welcome to Tutorial Thursdays. My name is Swiss, and in one of the previous videos I had a teaser showcasing what the next video was going to be. So here's a clip of that. So you guys might be wondering, what is this new tech? What is it called? It's called the Grenade Pivot Stance, or otherwise known as the Turnade, as some people call it as well, or Tornado. This was actually discovered by Jonny Westside, so shouts to that guy. I'll have his links of his YouTube videos in the description down below, and also Lorimere has a video himself of actually showcasing some general uses of it in training mode. So go ahead and check him out as well. All those links will be in the description down below, so feel free to check those out. Anyways, let's go ahead, let's dive into it, and let's see what this is all about. So throughout this video, I'm going to be calling this the Turnade. It's just a shorter way of saying it. And the Turnade has two ways to actually do it as far as execution goes. I'll be explaining both to you guys. But a couple days ago, I found out an easier way, in my opinion, to do it. And the actual command to do this, because it is pretty hard. Execution-wise, it is pretty high. But once you get it down packed, then it'll be a lot easier, of course. And we'll go over all of that together. So now we're going to go over on how to do the tech. And the first step is that your back should be facing the opponent. And what you're going to do is you're going to be in grenade stance just by holding the B button. Now when you do this, there's two ways to move with Snake. There's a dash back, and then there's a walk back, such as this. So in this case being said, the dash back is really what you're going to want. At least for me, the dash back is easier. I don't know if you could do it walking back, but the dash back is what I use. Now once you do the dash back, you have 6 frames to be able to actually maneuver the second part, which in this case is going to be, when you do this, you hold back, then what you're going to do is push forward, and then you want to do either two things, which is a half circle back, or you could do diagonal back. I'm going to show a picture of it right here, so that way you guys can see it. Now, like I said, you can either do a half circle back just to get from number 2 to number 3 on that picture I just showed you guys, or you can just do the diagonal down back, which is what I've been using since I figured it out a couple days ago. That's what I've been using. So now you guys are going to wonder, what is the 6 frame window? When is it, right? I'm going to show another picture right here. That way you guys can see it too, because having a visual is going to make it much easier to do. Now once you do it correctly, it's going to look something like this. Just like that. So like I mentioned earlier, there's also a way to do it while standing. There's also a video of that down below in the description. Jonny Westside shows it off, and Lorimere shows it off. So again, make sure you check those out. I'm going to show it to you guys frame by frame because I haven't practiced this yet. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to pull out grenade. And I personally like visual cues, or, you know, visual stuff to help me out. But once you get right here, from here and then 5 frames onward, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have that whole window to do the input, which again, you're going to do forward, well, like forward this way, and then either the half circle back, or just forward and then down back. So if you do it right, he'll do the turn. All right, so that's how you do it while standing. I also forgot to mention, you can also do it while landing. So in this case, if you jump, pull out grenade like this, and then right when you land, at this moment, you want to do the same exact input that I went over as far as while you're just standing. So again, you're going to do forward and then down back, or half circle back, and then he'll do the turnaround. So you can also do it while you're landing with a grenade. So I'm going to slow it down to show you guys a little bit better on when you want to actually let go of holding back, because you do have to hold back for a little bit of time before you input the forward and then the down back, or the half circle back, whichever is going to be more convenient for you. So like I said, keep in mind of the picture that I showed you of the analog stick, and the picture of the frames that I showed you, because those are visual representations of when you want to do the forward and then the down back. So you hold grenade, hold back, and then forward down back, just like that. Okay? And then if you're doing it with your back facing the left, you just want to reverse what I just said, or reverse the picture that I showed you. So again, back, forward, down, back. And you have to hold the back until you get to that point. Once you get to one of those visual representations of those frames that I showed you, once you get to one of those, then you want to do the forward and then the down back, or again, half circle, whichever is going to be easier. So I'm going to show you guys a visual representation of what it's going to look like when you do it too early or too late on the inputs. So when you do the dash back, if you do the forward and then the down back or the half circle back too early, he's just going to do one dash back and he's not going to move at all. If you do it too late, then he's going to dash forward. All right. So you got to find that right timing to actually do it correctly. So again, you have 6 frames of a window to actually pull off the forward and then the half circle back or the down back. So now the next question is this useful? And again, like I said earlier, it's another layer of offense that you can use, because when you're going backwards like this towards an opponent, if they respect grenade, they're going to shield. They're not going to bother hitting you or anything like that. They're just going to shield because they're going to anticipate the grenade to blow up, or they're going to anticipate you rolling away and then dropping the grenade in front of them or rolling the other way. Now, if you're able to do this, you're going to be able to actually get a grab off of that because they're going to be shielding. So like that. And that's how you're really going to be able to mix them up. So they're going to think that you're just coming back with a grenade, you shield, you roll away, or you roll behind them. But if you can get that grab in, then it's just, again, it's going to add another layer. You can also be able to do the Turnade, jump cancel. You can do the shield jump cancel and then hit them with the back air and then push them towards that grenade. Or if they're shielding, that's just going to be some grenade pressure, because if they do anything, that grenade is still right in front of them, depending on, you know, how you actually space that grenade. I did also manage to get some clips of it in matches, so I'll show that right now with my buddy Kind of Ice. I have his Twitter in the description down below, so feel free to check him out. So another thing about this tech that I would like to talk about is distance, because distance matters in my opinion. Because if you do it from here, you get a lot of momentum to just end up in their face. So basically, if you're like really close to them, then they'll be able to hit you pretty much while you're doing it. But if you're at a distance, they might not expect it because of how much momentum Snake has once you actually do the Turnade. So this leads me back to the question that I asked earlier, is this tech useful? And again, that's up to you to decide, because it feels very great to actually do it. But again, execution is really high. It's really hard to do. I mean, you could use it between stocks instead of like dash dancing on your opponent or taunting. You could just do that. That would be pretty cool. But other than that, though, execution's pretty high for me personally, because I can't do it on command 100% yet. I can do it like 70% right now. But that's up to you guys to decide. Lab it, train it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I really appreciate everyone that stopped by and watched this video, by the way. If you like the content, subscribe. I got Twitch and other social media platforms down below too, so definitely check those out. Thank you again so much, guys, for everything that you've done for me, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye now.
Never duplicate you, never multiply too. Everyone copy and paste, mask all up in on their face. Disney fantasy MPH, they are cool with their complacent. You feel it in you, then you brush it off you. Insignificant, but you got something we want, and your whole life is a taunt, cause you will not just comply. Waking up for your day.